Hello class 11. In this video, I will be starting with a new chapter and the name of the chapter is Karma. This chapter you will find in your Mindscape book. So this is the second chapter that we are doing. This is the second chapter according to your content page as well. So please take out the chapter Karma. Sir Mohanlal looked at himself in the mirror of a first class waiting room at the railway station. The mirror was obviously made in India. The red oxide at its back had come off at several places and long lines of translucent glass cut across its surface. Sir Mohan smiled at the mirror with an air of pity and patronage. Now what happened? So we are introduced to the first character, that is Sir Mohanlal. So Mohanlal is looking at the mirror, and as the description of the mirror suggests, we can understand that the mirror is overused or it's a very old mirror, okay? Because a red oxide from its back that has come out, and the glass has also cut at some places. So we can understand with this fact that maybe the glass is worn out. Am I clear? Or the mirror is old enough. So Mr. Mohanlal, he looks at the mirror and he somehow feels very pity for the mirror. You are so very much like everything else in this country. Inefficient, dirty, indifferent, he murmured. So he is feeling pity for the mirror, and this sentence, you are much like everything, he is saying to the mirror only. Like what? Like the country, same, like it's very inefficient, it's dirty, it's indifferent. Now with this we come to know that definitely Mr. Mohanlal does not have good regards for our country, okay? So he is identifying the mirror with the characteristics that he is assuming for the country, that is inefficient, dirty, indifferent. The mirror smiled at Sir Mohanlal. A mirror cannot smile, but it is personified over here, some kind of. So it is said that the mirror smiled. You are a bit of all right, old chap, it said. Distinguished, efficient, even handsome. The mirror as if is saying, but you are very handsome, you are distinguished, you are efficient. Just the opposite words what he had placed for the mirror. The mirror is saying just the opposite positive words for the man, that is Mr. Mohanlal. The neatly trimmed moustache, the suit from Savile Row with the carnation in the buttonhole, the aroma, the perfume that you are using, the coat or the suit that you are wearing, it's branded. The button of it, it is also means it has got a sweet flowery smell. Carnation, it means sweet smelling of the flower. Okay, your moustache is well trimmed, which shows that you are not only stylish but you also kind of maintain yourself. The perfume that we can get is of the talcum powder, scented soap, all about you. So you are so very fresh, so very neat and tidy. Yes, old chap, you're a bit of all right. You are great, you are a bit of all right. So Mohanlal threw out his chest, smoothed his balliol tie to the uptint means many times, and waved a goodbye to the mirror. So he was wearing a tie, okay, and the tie shows that Sir Mohanlal was graduated, or his education was from Balliol College, that's from Oxford. So he's an Oxford pass out man and who is living in India, and so he was very proud of this. So he puts it in proper place, and it shows that he's so proud of his education and his lifestyle. And he bid a goodbye to the mirror and then he walked about. He glanced at his watch. There was still time for a quick one. Koi hai? Then he looked at his watch. There's still time for the train to come. So then he asks for called for a bearer, and then he calls out, Koi hai? A bearer in white livery appeared through a wire gauge door. So students, here you will come across many Hindi words. Why? Because the entire backdrop is set in India. So obviously, in order to keep it authentic, writer Khushwant Singh has not changed koi hai to is someone there. He has kept it to prove its authenticity. So bearer comes in. Ek chota ordered Sir Mohan and sank into the large cane chair to drink and ruminate. So ruminate means to think deeply. So he wanted for a little bit of drink, and then he sat on the chair. Outside the waiting room, Sir Mohanlal's luggage lay piled along the wall. So outside the waiting room, all of his luggage is piled up. On a small grey steel trunk, Lakshmi, Lady Mohanlal sat chewing a betel leaf and fanning herself with a newspaper. Fanning herself with a newspaper means, suppose this is the newspaper, and fanning herself like this. So with the whatever description we have got, sitting over there chewing with leaf, do you think that kind of a man can have a wife like this? But she is his wife, and they are so very different in attitude and appearance. She was short, fat, in her middle 40s. She wore a dirty white sari with a red border. On one side of her nose glistened a diamond rose ring, which says that she is quite well off. She is wearing a diamond ring. But look at her appearance, wearing dirty sari, whereas her husband is so neat and tidy. Perfumed smell is all round. On one side, this I have told, she had several gold bangles on her arms. She had been talking to the bearer until Sir Mohanlal had summoned him inside. Summoned means called. As soon as he had gone, she hailed a passing railway coolie. So she was talking to the bearer. Now the bearer was called inside. Now she started talking to the coolie. So we can understand that she is so very talkative. Where does the zenana stop? Now zenana compartment, it was mainly meant for the ladies in the olden times. So where does that ladies compartment stop? Right at the end of the platform. The coolie flattened his turban. Flattened his turban means he was wearing this. Flattened his turban like this. Hoisted the trunk on his head. Moved down the platform. So they moved down the platform. Lady Lal picked up her brass tiffin carrier, ambled along behind him. Amble means walked slowly behind him. On the way, she stopped by a hawker's stall to replenish her silver betel leaf case. So then she stopped at a stall. Replenish means refilling the betel case with some betel leaf. Then she joined the coolie. She sat down on her steel trunk and started talking to him. Again she started talking. Are the trains very crowded in these lines? She asked. These days all trains are crowded, but you will find room in Zenana. All trains are crowded, but a ladies compartment, it will be a little bit, you will get some space. Then I might as well get over the bother of eating. Then let me eat if I don't get chance to eat. Lady Lal opened the brass carrier, took out a bundle of cramped chapatis and some mango pickle, which also says her habit. She is, feeding on mango pickle and, oily stuffs like parathas. While she ate, the coolie sat opposite to her in haunches, putting both the legs. The coolie was sitting, and he was drawing lines with hands, with his fingers on the floor, okay, in order to keep himself engaged. Are you traveling alone, sister? He asked. No, I am with my master, brother. Master means what? Husband. So with the language also you can understand how very superior was Mohanlal. He is in the waiting room. He travels in first class. He is a vizier and a barrister. So he is he holds up a very, vizier means a very high official government post he holds, and he is also a barrister. So he meets many officers and Englishmen in the trains, and I am only a native woman. So I am a village woman. I can't understand English. I don't know their ways. So I keep my Zenana interclass, and I don't know how they talk. I don't know English. I cannot come about them. So I better be in my Zenana class. Lakshmi chatted away merrily, so she loves to talk. She was fond of little gossip and no one to talk at home. Her husband never had any time to spare for her. So this shows that she has nobody to talk to her. She lived in the upper story of the house and he on the ground floor. So he lived on the upper story and the husband lived in the ground story. So we can understand that there is minimum of communication, or there is a lack of communication because of their habit, because of their attitude, their appearance. There is so much of difference in between them. Students, this is this much for today. In the next class I shall continue with the rest of the portion of the story Karma. Hope you enjoyed the class and you are liking the story. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment box. Thank you.